Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a different video. It's still obviously Disney related, as you can tell from my ears, but I'm going to be doing a what is in my parks bag video. So this is basically just going to be showing you everything that Austin and I like to bring into the parks when we go to Walt Disney World. I'm just gonna get right into it. What Austin and I do is Austin normally carries a bigger bag, so something like this, a normal size backpack, and then I bring in my smaller size backpack. There's a pretty big difference between the sizes. This way we put all like the smaller stuff in my bag, and then we put all the larger stuff in Austin's bag. Starting with my bag, this is kind of just like the bare essentials of like what I normally bring into the park. Some of this stuff in here you don't need to bring, but this is just stuff that I found helpful when we went on our last trip, and this is what we will be bringing on our trip this year. So my backpack is a pink Falraken. I think that's how you say it. I know they sell them at Urban Outfitters and stores like that. On the outside of my bag, I have all of my Disney pins at the bottom. These are all the traders that I like to use while I'm in the park. This is actually the first time that I'm going to be doing this. Crossing my fingers that none of them fall off. I actually don't keep anything in this front little pouch, so I'm hoping that like nothing's gonna rub on the back of them and make them fall off, but I'm just obviously going to be double checking them all the time. And like I said, these are all traders anyway, so there's no pins on here that I'm like desperate to keep, and I'll be devastated if I do lose them. And then on the outside of this, I just added a little Lip Smackers. I think it's like a Lip Smackers Tsum Tsum. It's just Lotso Bear, and then you just kind of like screw off the back, and it's a little lip balm. And also just touching base on this bag, this is actually a waterproof bag. The type of material that it is and like the lining of it and everything, it's actually waterproof, which is awesome to bring when you are in Florida because it does rain a lot, obviously. On the outside of the bag, we actually have two little pockets, and one on the side and one on this side. They actually look really small, but it actually fits a iPhone. Mine is a 8 Plus, I think that's what mine is. I don't know, Austin would know. It actually fits an 8 Plus perfectly. It is the larger size of a phone, so it fits mine perfectly. So if yours is obviously smaller than that, it'll fit fine, which I really liked. So most of the times I kept my phone in my hand or in my pocket, but when we would go on rides, when I would stick my bag in front of me, I just slid it in there, and then I didn't have to worry about it on the rides. Moving to the inside of the bag, you just like snap this bit open and then you unzip it. And the thing that I actually really love about this bag is that it actually opens almost right down to the bottom on both sides. So you actually can open it right up and like perfectly see everything that is in the bag, which is actually really convenient when you're trying to like dig. Okay, so I'm just gonna like pull stuff out. One thing, or a couple things that I actually would be normally wearing would be my Apple Watch and my Magic Band. Magic Band obviously is your key to the park. It is your room key, it is your dining plan if you're on the dining plan, it is your fast passes, it is your life when you are at Disney. If you're not staying on property, you get a little ticket, but I highly recommend just buying one if you're actually not staying on property. I think for like the basic ones, I think they're like $14 or something, and like it really is just like so convenient because you just put it on your wrist and then you don't have to worry about it, and it's always in your it's always on you, and you know where it is at all time. You just scan it and you're good to go. On my Magic Band, I have a decal from Shop Emily G on Instagram, and it's just a really pretty design that looks kind of like the sketchbook Junie and Burks, but it is all the princesses. And this decal is actually waterproof and everything, and like I've had this on obviously since our first day in September, and it is still going. I wore it in the pool, I wore it while we were walking around the parks and it was raining, and it held up really well. So I would highly recommend if you want to kind of decorate your Magic Band. The next thing in my bag would be a portable fan. This was a lifesaver while we were there in September, but it was insane. But this little fan I got from Amazon. It has 3 settings. It's awesome, and you just kind of use it like this. Obviously, how else would you use a fan? But it was great just to have around the park when it was really hot or we were standing in line. This was like a must-have. And it actually also comes with a charger. So you literally just like plug it into the side, and then you plug it into like any type of USB kind of port. So at night we would charge it. And then also in the parks, I'll get to it, I think it's in Austin's bag, but a little portable charger, we would have that to plug it into to be able to charge it. Another thing that I have in my bag is our wallet. So this is a travel size wallet, but it holds a multiple amount of cards. It has a few slots for any cash that we need, and then a little spot for your passport, and then a spot for a piece of ID. So I would put my driver's license in here, and then I'd have my passport, and then I'd have however many cards. You don't really need that many cards on vacation, but I mean, they're obviously there in case you need them. Another thing that I have in my bag is a scrunchie or a hair tie. It gets hot in Disney. I had motivation every day to try and keep my hair looking cute and nice for pictures when we would arrive in the parks, and that just didn't happen. And most days I threw it up into a bun or into a ponytail. So scrunchie or a hair tie is a must when you are in the parks. Another thing that I have in my bag is a pair of sunglasses. Again, a must. The sun in Florida, please protect your eyes. Wear protective things on your face so you do not burn and get damage on your eyes from the sun. Oh, I have just like another pair, like another thing of just like small little hair. I also have my pin lanyard in my bag. Like I said, this is actually the first time I'm actually doing the pins on the outside of my bag, so normally I would have just had my pin lanyard. Again, it's just Traders on here. I don't like to wear pin lanyards because, again, I find that they're more likely to fall off when they're on a lanyard, because when it's on your body, like when it's like rubbing up and down on you while you're walking, like I feel like the pin backs are easier to come off. Rolled up in my bag, and then it's kind of like this, so there's no pins on the outside, so they're all kind of protected. And then I just have it in my bag for when I see a cast member with any good pins, I will trade with them. Look at that, a pin already fell off. Oh wait, no, that was from my lanyard. See, I told you. That's 100% what that just was from. Either way, yes, this totally just came, this didn't come off of my backpack. This totally just came off of the lanyard. See? I said it. Don't wear pin lanyards around or you'll lose your pins. Okay, moving on. Also in my bag, I have some of these little cup cozies. These I bought from an Instagram. I think she has a website, but I like found her on Instagram. Shop Catherine Mason, I think is but they are just kind of little tiny cup cozies that you can put over top of your Starbucks drink. I have another thing, just like Kleenexes, just like a little pack of Kleenexes. You never know when you're gonna need Kleenex. What else do I have in here? I have a little thing of hand sanitizer. I'm not really a germaphobe. I don't ever really use hand sanitizer normally when I'm home, but when you're in Disney, I just feel like it's a must because yeah, lots of germs in Disney. And then last little things that I have in here, I just have another lip balm. So that is just about everything that I carry in my parks bag when we go into Disney. And now moving on to Austin's park bag. Austin, of course, gets the bigger park bag to carry around. It is what it is, you know? So this is the bag that we use for our bigger park bag. This is from the Disney store. It's one of those ones that you can purchase. It's like a purchase with purchase. So like you're able to purchase it, I think, for like $15 when you spend some X amount of money at the Disney store. But it's awesome. Like it held up really well. Definitely not waterproof. On the outside of Austin's bag, he just has like one of the little luggage tags that you get for free when you book with Disney. In the front pocket, so these aren't what we didn't bring these while we were in Disney last time because we were on the dining plan, but this time we will definitely be bringing something along the line. I have in here granola bars. Like I said, we won't be on the Disney dining plan this time, so we're gonna try and be saving money while we can. So we're gonna bring like protein bars or granola bars, things quickly to have in the mornings for breakfast so that we're not spending money all day on food, just a couple times a day on food. So granola bars are obviously a good option. We also have in our bag in the front pouch a fuel rod. So like I said, this is a portable charger. This is ones that you can get at Disney. I think they're $20 or $30. I can't exactly remember, but they're all around Walt Disney World, and what you do is you pay the time You pay once and it gives you this entire little package, and inside of it, it comes with a fuel rod and then a couple, I think there's three. Yeah, 3 different little chargers so you can charge different types of phones. And then it comes with a fuel rod that has a USB port. So we kept the entire little package, and now I'm not gonna be able to fit this all back in. But we would just carry this around the parks, and then in the mornings, we would just switch it out. Normally they're like right in the beginning or entrance of the parks. Which is really nice. And then moving into the big portion of the bag. Now, I'm gonna start off right now and say that there are 2 things that we are missing from the bag right now because I'm pretty sure they're packed away. One thing is a spare pair of flip-flops. We would have a spare pair of just like cheapy flip-flops. I think you get them from like Old Navy and they're like $1. But we would have those just in case when it rained really bad, we would quickly switch our shoes so that we would have flip-flops on our feet rather than running shoes. I think it was more so me that did that. I don't think Austin really did that, but I don't like walking around with wet sneakers, obviously, so I would switch my shoes so that way I'd walk around with just like flip-flops instead, and it actually really made a difference. And like, it's not a lot of room in your bag. And we are also missing our Froggy Tog towels, which are like towels that you can get wet and then they're cooling. You like snap them and then they're really cooling and you like throw them over your neck or whatever. And those were lifesavers. So we really need to find those because they were like the best thing ever. So those are the 2 things that aren't in the bag right now that we actually normally would have in our bag. So the first thing I'm going to be pulling out is a water bottle. We didn't have any reusable water bottles while we were there because we were silly. So the first day from the airport, we bought like jumbo plastic water bottles and then we just filled them up for every day while we were there. But this time I am definitely bringing my super cold reusable water bottle. This is a Corkcicle water bottle, same thing as a Swell water bottle. It just keeps your drinks cold for 24 hours. So this is awesome to have while you're in the park. Another thing that we would carry in our bag is our autograph book. It's just easier, like when you're meeting characters, I find sometimes to have an autograph just so they can quickly do a little sign. And then obviously we would have a pen. Another thing that we will be bringing is gum, in case you didn't know, or obviously if you do know. Disney actually doesn't have any gum on their property. They want to try and keep it gum free. You are obviously allowed to bring gum into the parks, but they just try and limit the amount of gum because they don't want to be picking up gum off the floor everywhere. So we bring a big pack of gum just in case we need it. Another thing that we carry in here is a spare pair of ears for me. I just like to sometimes have a pair of ears to switch out in case I want to change up my look, or if we're going to do 2 different parks in one day. Yeah, it's a little bit high maintenance, but it is what it is. It's just, we have room, so why not? Why not use it, right? Another thing that we carry in the bag is a small pouch that holds more like toiletry kind of things. This gets thrown in Austin's bag just because it like is a little bit bigger, but it's just like a little leather pouch that I have. And we just kind of have like all the little things that like you might need, but like you also might not need, but as soon as you don't have them, something comes up where you do need them, you know what I mean? So stuff that we have in here, I just have like a deodorant because obviously it gets hot in Disney. I have a little mini dry shampoo in there just in case. A thing of Tylenol because your feet will hurt and sometimes taking Tylenol helps with that. I have little Fresh Care flushable cleansing cloths. I don't know, maybe you need these. I more like these just to like, if you need to like wipe your hands after having something sticky or whatever, just like a wet cloths to have are good. A ton of Band-Aids because if you get a blister that sucks, but like, you know, Band-Aids. Polysporin if you get a cut. I don't know, you never know. Like, I have a Tide to Go pen. I have another one of these little cup cozies, and I have a little Sephora mirror. I don't think I ever used the mirror once while we were there. I had full intentions of wearing makeup while we were in the parks. I wore it for the first day and realized that it was just going to melt off every single time I wore it. So I think I put mascara on every day and that was it. So that's about as much makeup as I use. Another thing that we bring is, oh, we're actually getting down to the end. We like to bring rain jackets or ponchos. ponchos in Disney are incredibly expensive for what they are. So tip, before you go to the dollar store and buy like 4 ponchos so that you have them. Or if you have like a nice rain jacket, use a rain jacket. This rain jacket is from Pretty Little Monograms and I love it. But this is a, I don't know what like brand the rain jacket is, but it's basically just like a lightweight rain jacket. And then people can, and Pretty Little Monograms will customize it for you. So I obviously got the purple with the little tangled sun on it, and then it has my monogram on it. And again, it's just like a basic rain jacket. And then the last thing that I have in here is just a hat. For the most part, I do wear ears around the parks. Austin wears a hat strictly in the parks. Like, he wears nothing other than a hat, so he already has his hat on. But I like to wear ears, but sometimes when it gets too hot, or like when the headbands start to like give me a massive headache. Oh god, it's all stuck in my hair. When like the ears give me a massive headache, I just like to have a hat to throw on because, you know, you want to keep the sun out of your face and all that jazz. So just a little hat in there. And that is everything basically that we keep in Austin's bag. Compared to videos that I've seen in the past, this is probably mid-range of what people bring. I know a lot of people that bring a heck of a lot more, and I know people that bring a heck of a lot less. So it's really just personal preference. You kind of just have to experience it yourself and bring what you think is best for you. Some days all we brought in was Austin's bag, and I didn't even bring my bag in. I just like threw the wallet in his bag, and that's all we brought. On those days, I do like just carrying a bag around. So I would have like a little purse, so I just brought it to show you. I would just carry my Dooney and Bourke, which is just like a super tiny crossbody bag. So like I said, I would either throw the big wallet in Austin's bag, or I would just take like something like this, where it's just like a little teeny tiny clutch. And I would just throw like my cards in here, and then like, I think I have pins in here, or not pins, I think I have pressed pennies. Yeah, pressed pennies. So if we were ever going from the park to like a nice restaurant and I didn't want to like lug around my backpack, I would just carry this with me, and then Austin would have his backpack. But yeah, so that is the video for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure this was a very long video, so I applaud you if you stuck around till the end. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are not already, for more Disney related content, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!